Hello everyone, welcome to a rium. At rium? I'm not actually sure how to pronounce that. This is a visual novel game. I'm going to be reading it, as usual, if you've seen any of my other previous visual novel game things. I should really just put all those videos in a playlist, to be honest, but oh well. I'll do that later. So one thing I really like is that you can click phone and you can go through all these little extras. I think it's a really neat little thing that the developer made. I actually haven't checked preferences. Oh. That's interesting. Okay. I don't really need to change anything. So let's click start and let's go. Thursday. Damn it, I'm late again. We are playing as Amaranth, which is a type of grain, isn't it? If only the professor didn't make me stay after class to talk about my next paper. Arg! On Thursday afternoon, after my class of the day, I sprint... Excuse me, I think I just ate, so... I'm a little burpy, I don't know why. I sprint towards the local supermarket with a completed application form in hand. I'm heading towards my fourth and last job interview of the week, and seeing how the previous ones had gone, this is probably my last chance to find a job anywhere close to my university. All 3 fast food restaurants I applied at earlier this week rejected me on the spot, and none of the on-campus businesses I inquired at last week would even consider granting me an interview. Sadly enough, it wasn't because I was often late for the interviews, though I doubt any of my potential employers were impressed by my untimeliness. My most fundamental problem is an unerasable part of my record. The fact that I was fired from my previous job. Ouch. That really sucks. That was a save file I created. I kind of was recording this, but then I realized my audio wasn't recording correctly, so I had to not do that save file. And whatever. Anyway, at this rate, I don't think I can make it on time. I'm so tired I can't run much further. But this really is my last chance. I like all the little animations for the character. It's a really nice little detail. No, I can't feel sorry for myself. I have to do this if I don't want to be unemployed for the rest of the semester. Even if I take a shortcut here, I take off into a small street I've never gone through before. How did I end up in this situation anyway? Frankly, it's probably due to a combination of unfortunate circumstances and my unfortunate ways of dealing with them. I guess right now is a good time as any to introduce myself. My name is... New mail received, welcome. What was that about? My name is Amaranth Dubois, or Annie. Or Amy for short. I'm a second year student in university and I haven't figured out what I want to study. At the moment, I have no idea what I want to do for the rest of my life. If I don't find a job soon, I won't know what to do from day to day. Ugh, that's how I feel. I just play video games all day, seriously. I need to get a real life. Or a real job. I guess a real life also helps. 2 weeks ago, I was still working as an assistant in the university library when I made a mistake that caused quite a scene. If I hadn't been fired for it, I probably would have remembered the incident as a funny story. As it is, however, I prefer not to think about it. Instead, I look around and consider the shortcut I took to get to my next interview. This street. Doesn't look familiar at all. There's no way for me to make it on time. May I help you, miss? What? This guy has a fishbone on his head. Suddenly, I notice a guy standing in front of me. Though he seems to be around my age, he has an air of authority around him. I immediately noticed his strange hair clip. I did too. His hoodie with its ridiculously long sleeves and his semi-slouched posture. Is he a mugger? I like the animations are the different frames for animations to represent emotion is really nice. I'm fine, thank you. I didn't make any sense there, I'm pretty sure. Strange guy. But I asked if I may help you, not if I can. If I may help you, not if I can. I'm quite certain that I can help you. Oh crap, definitely a mugger. This strange guy is standing in the center of the sidewalk. making it impossible for me to continue walking forward. I briefly considered running in the other direction, but he seems much more fit than I am, and I decide not to risk it. I've never gotten mugged before, so why am I getting mugged right now? I don't have time for this. I should just get this over with. If you meant that you can help me lighten up my wallet, I'm sorry. I have maybe $5 in total in cash. This poor girl thinks she's getting mugged. That's really sad. Okay. I take my wallet out of my pocket and begin fumbling through all the pockets. I tragically discover that I only have $3 bills, 5 quarters, and a small handful of pennies. Oh, I think I only have $4.37 and change. This is why I need a job. I hope it's enough anyway. You can also take my credit card, but I don't think you can actually use that in. The strange guy suddenly begins laughing, and I stop talking immediately. Ah, I see, so you thought this was a holdup. I apologize for misunderstanding. I didn't mean to intimidate you. I'm just a delivery man. Who might you be? I feel my cheeks heat up as I realize my mistake. Oddly enough, the delivery man doesn't seem offended about me being mistaken for a mugger. I am at the do boys. Just Amy is fine. I'm so sorry, senpai. Amy, you said? What a fitting name. You look like a girl who would be named that, probably, because of your red hair. And isn't there a movie called Annie and a girl with red hair? I don't know what I'm talking about. Just ignore me. How would you like to work in a flower shop, Amy? I stare at him, certain that I heard him wrong. Excuse me? You're looking for a job, correct? I'm offering you one. It's a simple, relaxing position, perhaps even enjoyable. Unless you're allergic to pollen. I try and fail to comprehend the situation I am in now. A delivery man who assumed I was a mugger couldn't possibly be offering me a job, right? I wish getting a job that was that easy. I'm not allergic to anything, but what? Heartful Flowers is currently seeking a part-timer. Since you're standing in front of the shop, I thought I'd ask. I look towards the nearest shop, and sure enough, there are plants everywhere, both inside and out. Heartful Flowers is written above the door, accompanied by a logo that appears to be a combination of a potted plant and a heart. A nice shop, isn't it? Wouldn't it be nice to work here? Of course, this all must be quite surprising to you. It would be unreasonable for me to demand a reply immediately. How about you watch over the shop for a while I go run some errands? You will have some time to consider my offer, and I will ask you for your reply when I return. Sure, I think. What an irresponsible guy. Perfect. Please sit at the counter and serve any customers who enter the store. There shouldn't be any, as it's a Thursday, but one must always be prepared. Wait, customer service? Before I can protest, I am ushered into the flower shop. This seems like a good time to save. Okay. Before I can protest, I am ushered into the flower shop. When I turn around, the delivery man is already gone. What did I get myself into? I place my items on the counter and look around the lobby. The lobby is fairly small and the plants all over make the room appear even smaller than it actually is. Just from glancing over the various bookshelves and cupboards, I notice a variety of tiny desk plants, potted houseplants, and fresh cut flowers. There are also numerous books lying around, all of them about horticulture or floral design. Just checking my recording. Okay. Despite all the clutter, the shop doesn't seem messy or disorganized. Rather, the shop has a cozy atmosphere, and I imagine that any customer walking through the door would feel welcomed and at ease. Even though I'm not particularly interested in flower shops, I find myself relaxing as I admire the plants in the room. A floral arrangement in the fridge catches my eye, and I approach to take a better look at it. Wow, this arrangement is beautiful. There are so many types of flowers, and the colors are dazzling. There's so many roses, so this must symbolize love. If someone gave this to me as a gift, I would think my heart would burst right out of my chest. Whoever made this must be very considerate and understand love very well. Wait, the hanging flowers, that's red amaranth, right? Although I know the names of very few flowers, I'm familiar with amaranth. After all, I was named after it. Oh, it's a type of flower. I thought it was a green, but oh well. I take a good long look at the hanging red flowers, and sure enough, it's amaranth. I hope I'm saying that right, by the way. I'm kind of terrible at pronouncing things. I didn't know amaranth could bloom this late into autumn. I was almost sure it was a summer flower. Ah, it's so pretty. It's my favorite color. Actually, this can make perfect phone background. I hope the photography is allowed in the store. Oh, that's funny. It's actually the background of the phone, and I got to see some consistency. It kind of adds to the experience. I take out my phone and quickly snap a photo of the arrangement. After applying a filter to the photo, I set it as my new phone background. Perfect! I wonder who arranged these flowers. The delivery man didn't seem like the type of person who would make floral arrangements. He said he's just a delivery man anyway. I slid my phone back into my pocket and began searching for the shop for a business card, informational brochure, or anything else that might tell me about the shop or florist who works here. Strangely, I find nothing whatsoever. Nothing in the shop has the Heartful Flower logo on it, much less any information about whoever works here. Maybe the shop is new and hasn't made any promotional materials? I wonder if it has a website. I sit down in the chair behind the counter and take my phone out again, searching for Heartful Flowers. I am pleasantly surprised to see that the small shop actually has a website, and quite a decent looking one at that. This looks like a promising source of information. ... It says, Heartful Flowers is a wholesale flower retailer and flower design firm. We are located on Mizar Street, close to Dipper University, and we are open year-round. Visit our store to find out... or not. I browsed... That was really funny. I browsed through the other pages of the website, and all the text is similarly lacking in actual information. This website really doesn't tell me much about the shop. Maybe I'll mention this to the delivery man later. I spent a while searching for reviews and testimonials about Heartful Flowers on popular consumer review websites, but I am disappointed to find that even those comments are vague and uninformative. Maybe you should have used Yelp or something. I don't even know. It seems that the flower shop owner is very well liked and respected by his customers, though. It's unclear what exactly he does that earns him this esteem. The more comments I read, the more curious I am about the man who usually works in this shop. 10 out of 10 would recommend. My request was taken care of perfectly. I will never need to look for another florist. Excellent service and the utmost dedication for his work. This man definitely knows what he is doing, and you can trust him to handle any request. Mr. Pierce is an expert at taking care of flowers, and above all, he is reliable, trustworthy, and considerate. Mr. Pierce? Hello? I nearly dropped my phone in surprise. Hello? No need to fret, it's just me. I assume no customers came by today? None at all. As expected, then. Thank you for your work today, Amy. I wouldn't have been able to complete my deliveries without your help. Wait, you're done already? I feel like I need a save. How long have I been here? Nearly 2 hours. What? That hasn't been 2 hours, come on. I'm quite impressed with your dedication. Actually, I was certain you'd be gone by the time I returned. I hope sitting behind the counter wasn't too dull. Oh, haha, it was my pleasure. Although I know I have a pretty bad sense of time, I'm surprised that 2 hours passed in what I thought was 5 minutes. Nice breaking the fourth wall there. Breaking the fourth wall through gameplay, actually. That's pretty interesting. Have you decided whether or not to accept my offer? I shake my nerves and clear my mind, pushing away the memories of my past failures. Even though the flower shop, the delivery man, and even the offer itself are all questionable under normal circumstances, this may well be my last chance to find a job, and that is not an opportunity I'm willing to let go. I take a deep breath and look at the delivery man. Yes, I accept. I mean to say I accept the job offer, if you're still willing to have me. I know I probably shouldn't be using my phone on the job, and I'll remember not to do it again in the few... The delivery man suddenly begins laughing, and I stop talking immediately. Okay, I just want to check my recording one more time. Oh, no! Oh, no! I didn't mean... how do I... Okay, I think he was laughing. I accidentally skipped that line of dialogue, but, I think he was just laughing at us. Relax, you're hired. Congratulations, Amy. The words finally sink in. Wait, I'm hired. I'm hired! Thank you so much, Mr. Delivery Man. Without you, my voice wouldn't be like this. I'd still be lost, unemployed, and pathetic. Hisashi. Pardon? Hisashi Fujimoto. Just Hisashi is fine. Oh, of course. I'm sorry I didn't ask earlier. I was way too excited. Don't worry about it. Would you be willing to start tomorrow? Start working tomorrow? It's quite soon, but it shouldn't be a problem. But isn't there any documentation that needs to be done before I can legally work here? Yes, but that is quite easy. Hisashi swipes my supermarket job application off the countertop and begins looking over it. I am suddenly reminded of what I was doing before I ended up at the flower shop. Oh no, I never showed up for my job interview. I should have at least called to let him know I wasn't going. That's basic courtesy, but I completely forgot. No one will hire me if I keep being this irresponsible. Hisashi, Bakuro, you just got a job, didn't you? Relax. Your interview was scheduled with Rodriguez, right? I stopped by his store on my rounds and told him the situation, so you should be in the clear. I can only stare at Hisashi with surprise and gratitude. Hisashi picks up a pen from the counter and scribbles something on the job application, then smiles at me. 2 hours per afternoon, weekday, $15 per hour. How does that sound? 15 as a starting salary for a university student? I mean, yes, thank you so much. Perfect, see you tomorrow, and then same time as always today. I'll prepare the other documents, you can sign them next week. I pick up my purse and nod at Hisashi. Thank you, I'll see you tomorrow. As I skip homeward, I wonder how in the world I was lucky enough to get this job. Friday. As soon as my last class of the day ends, I make my way to my new workplace. It's my first real day at work, so I'm making the extra effort to be on time. Aw. Good afternoon, Hisashi. Oh, I guess he's not here right now. I make my way to the counter, I set my bag down and notice a handwritten note on the countertop. Please water the plants today. When you're done in the lobby, please also water the plants in the front of the store. Hisashi has neat handwriting. It's not the type of handwriting I'd expect from him. The job sounds easy enough, though. I picked up a watering can from the counter and began searching for the faucet. There doesn't appear to be a faucet in the lobby, which isn't too surprising. There's probably a sink in the back. I push aside the curtains over the doorway and enter the back of the shop. I find myself in a small hallway with a sink at one end and a storage closet at the other. Long tables line both walls of the hallway, and their surfaces are cluttered with orchids. Isn't that... Okay, grammar mistake there. The most eye-catching part of this hallway is the large set of doors right before me. This is such a large door for a small shop. Is this an atrium? I attempt to open the door with my free hand, but it doesn't budge. It must be locked. Why would an atrium be locked, though? If anything, it would serve as a good room for displaying plants. By the size of these doors, this room should be a lot bigger than the lobby. I should ask Hisashi about it later if I remember to, but first, time to water some plants. I fill up the watering can in the sink and return to the lobby. I hum to myself as I begin watering the potted plants. When Hisashi returns, I am watering the hanging plants outside the door. Working hard, I see. Hello, Hisashi. I'm trying my best. You're very dedicated to your job. Have all the plants in the lobby been taken care of? Yes, to be the best of my knowledge, anyway. I wasn't sure about the flowers in the fridge, but I watered them anyway. I thought I'd rather be safe than sorry. Actually, I don't have a good idea of how much to water plants. I just poured in what I thought was a moderate amount for each plant. Don't worry about that for now. I'm sure you'll learn with time. Your shift is almost over. You may clean up and prepare to leave now. Wait, already? That didn't feel like 2 hours. In any case, I'm almost done out here. I'll finish watering the last few plants and I'll clean up and go home. Hisashi watches me curiously for a minute, then chuckles and enters the store. I continue humming as I water the last of the hanging plants, then empty the watering can onto the cement and return to the store. Wait, you're just gonna leave the can in the street there? I place the watering can under the counter and put on my bag. Good work today. I apologize for not appearing until the end of your shift, but you did until the end of your shift. Whoops, I said a bad word. I might need to grab some water. But you did a fine job without my direction. I think you'll make a fine shop assistant. Thank you so much. Then I'll see you next week? Yes, certainly. Please enjoy your weekend. You too. I'm waiting for like a giant plot twist, like Hisashi turns out to be like a demon or a serial killer or something. That'd be the craziest plot twist in the world. I wave to Hisashi as I exit the shop. As soon as the door swings shut behind me, I realize I forgot to ask Hisashi about the locked room. Ah well, there's always next week. As I head homeward, I think about all the different dishes I can cook for dinner. I'm gonna save. Monday. When I walk into Heartful Flowers on Monday afternoon, I'm almost certain that the store would be empty. I assumed that Hisashi would be out on his deliveries and that maybe he would have left me another note on the door, or on the counter. Who the heck? Instead, I'm greeted by the sight of a tall, long-haired guy standing behind the counter. At the sound of the door, he looks up and makes eye contact with me. I glance at the countertop and immediately notice that the cash register is open. He's a thief. A thief. He's a thief. Hisashi must have left the door open for me and the guy came to take in whatever he can. May I help you? The guy's nonchalant attitude annoys me, but I hold up one accusatory gesture. Excuse me, mister, you're stealing from the shop in broad daylight and you have the guts to ask how you can help me? You should be ashamed of stealing from a small business. Unlike you, I'm sure the florist is a hardworking man who actually earns his money. Now, wait a minute. You wait a minute. Who do you think you are, waltzing into a flower shop and going through its register? The door might have been open, but that doesn't give you the right to enter at your leisure. I'm glad you got here on time, otherwise, who knows how much money you would have made off with. Do you know what you're saying? I suddenly remember that I am dealing with a thief and that thieves are potentially dangerous. Although I don't see any visible weapons on the guy, I would be in trouble if he pulled out a pocket knife or something. I need to deal with this as quickly and safely as possible. Alright, mister, since you haven't actually taken anything, I'm willing to let you go with just a warning. I won't call the police this time, but if I catch you stealing again in the future, I won't hesitate to. Call the police? Now, who do you think you are? You're disturbing the peace with your baseless accusation in a shop which you are no longer welcome. I should be the one threatening police action. What did I miss? Hisashi walking at the perfect moment to my great relief. I quickly moved by his side and pointed an accusatory finger at the suspicious guy. Hisashi, this man was going to the register when I got here. I offered him an opportunity to leave of his free will, but he wouldn't. Should we call the police? What is the meaning behind this, Hisashi? Hisashi, you know his name? The three of us stared at one another for a long moment. As usual, Hisashi burst out laughing. I understand now. Amy, this is Kenny. He's the owner of this flower shop. Stop calling me that. I feel my cheeks heat up as I realize the grave mistake I made. This man is my boss, and I accused him of being a thief without realizing who he is. Oh no, that was terrible of me. I'm so sorry, Kenny. I won't do that again, and don't call me that. Huh? Then what should I call you? Kenneth Pierce. Ken if you have to. You can also try Ken and Kenny Kens. Stop it. The fact that Kenneth seems to be good friends with Hisashi puts me at ease a little bit. It's nice to meet you. I'm Amaranth Dubois, or Amy for short. Kenneth gives Hisashi a look that I can only interpret as exasperation. Who is this? I'm glad you care enough to ask. This is a new part-timer I hired. You what? I hired her. You could use a bit of help around here. Amy might jump to conclusions sometimes, but she's a very sweet and hard-working girl. No, I won't take a part-timer. I feel my heart sink. Aww. Wait, but I need this job. I mean, I haven't been able to find a job since I got fired 3 weeks ago. My last chance at a job was last Thursday, and I missed the interview to help Hisashi with this shop. I don't have anywhere else to go, so please allow me to work here. If you're fired from your previous job, that's the less reason for me to hire you. Even if you weren't fired and didn't accuse me of being a thief in my own store, I don't need your help. I can manage this shop on my own. I am rendered speechless by Kenneth's words. Fortunately, Hisashi steps in my defense. You're being too harsh on her, Kenta. I can vouch for her work ethic. I can confirm her story. Technically, she already has been hired, and I have a contract prepared and ready for signing. The answer is still no. I know that you try to do everything on your own, but sometimes it's better to accept help. That is why I'm here. I only asked you to watch the shop while I was away. You have no right to hire a part-timer from my store. Stop deciding things for me. I'm not a kid anymore. Kenta, stop. I'm really sorry. Mr. Pierce? There's too many hot guys in this visual novel. I'm getting nervous. Not because I roll that way, it's just, the tense moment is... I want to shut up now. The tense moment is interrupted by a handsome young man walking into the store. I have to say, these characters are really well drawn. They're really good. I don't know how to put it into words, but they are very handsome and very good looking cartoon characters. As soon as he is through the door, he sneezes and he blows his nose into a tissue. He approaches Kenneth, I wipe my tears from my eyes. You're finally back, Mr. Pierce, so how was the conference? Was there any new information about? He turns away from Kenneth before sneezing again. Excuse me? Oh, Mr. Fujimoto, you're here today too. It's really nice to see you. I'm glad you're doing well, Ross. Haha. Well as possible. It's autumn, at least, so at least my allergy isn't as bad as it was in the year. Oh, I didn't think we met before. The young man turns to me and I realize he's probably a university student. I'm trying to remember if I've seen him on campus, but I don't. Hello, I'm Amaranth Dubois. Call me Amy. Amy, it's so nice to meet you. I'm love interest number 3. My name is Ross Thornton. You go to Dipper University, right? Yes, I do. Do you? Yes, I'm usually in the physics building, though, so that's probably why I never see you around. Physics building? Wow, Wow, are you a physics student? No, but I study astronomy. They're in the same building. Wow, that's an awesome major. I haven't figured out what I want to study yet, so I usually go between several department buildings. I'm sure you'll figure it out with time. I hope you find a major you're passionate about. Thank you. Ahem. Kenneth clears his throat quietly, and I suddenly remember that Ross and I are not alone in the room. Ross dabs his nose with tissues and addresses Kenneth once more. Mr. Pierce, is Amy your new assistant? What? No, Yes, she is. Oh, congrats, you finally have someone to help around the shop. I'm sure Mr. Fujimoto tries to help when he could, but he's usually busy with his job. It's great that you actually hired someone. I would have helped, but you know me and my allergy. So Amy, what kind of hat? Before Ross can finish his sentence, both Hisashi and Kenneth stop him by putting their hands over his mouth. Is she not? That's enough. Although I do not understand what is going on, I can tell that Ross is speechless with embarrassment. His entire demeanor is endearing. It's almost like a puppy. It's fine, you can ask your Ross, why don't you take Ken the questions you came here for? Both older guys remove their hands from Ross's mouth, and Ross visibly tries to regain his composure. Right. He takes a deep breath, sneezes, and takes another deep breath. So, Mr. Peace, did you hear anything about the lifespan of roses? Or, I'm sorry, Ross, I did not. But I assure you I will continue trying. Ross's expression changes immediately, and although I do not understand why he's so disappointed, my heart goes out to him. I see, thank you for trying. I have an exam to study for. I'm going home to study now. Bye, Mr. Pierce, Mr. Fujimoto. See you around, Amy. Ross tightly grips the tissue as he leaves the shop. The rest of us watch in silence as the glass door swings shut after him. I'm gonna save. Finally, Kenneth sighs. Alright, Amaranth, I'll give you a chance. A chance? I'll allow you to work here for a few days and see if you're helpful. If you aren't, I won't allow any complaints when you're rejected. Do I make myself clear? Yes! I mean, thank you for granting me this opportunity. Don't thank me with words. Prove to me that you're as good as Hirashi thinks you are. If I do find you helpful, I'll sign whatever work contract Hirashi has prepared. I'm glad you reconsidered. What salary do you offer anyway? $15 per hour. You what now? Hirashi grins as he makes his way to the door. Before exiting, he nods at us. Play nice, you two. I only hung around to make sure you get along. And then he is gone. For a long moment, Kenneth and I just stare at one another. Surprisingly, he's the one who looks away first. Why are you still here? Oh, I thought I was supposed to try working here. Today has been enough of a mess. Come back tomorrow and you can start then. I smile at him, relieved that he's genuinely allowing me a chance to earn the job. Thanks, Kenneth. I really appreciate this. You're a pain. Get out. What a jerk. Although the situation isn't ideal, I am smiling as I exit the shop. As I skip down the street, I remember that Kenneth Pierce is the florist mentioned in the comments on the consumer review sites I'd visited. But he's such a sourpuss, the reviews make him sound like a completely different person. There's no way he could have made that beautiful flower arrangement. Absolutely no way. This is how I came to work at Heartful Flowers, and this is my story. Thank you for playing. Oh, that was like the demo. Ah, that's so cute. Well, that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. I'm kind of excited to see the rest of the game. I don't know if it's actually out yet, but we'll see, maybe? Let me read. Okay, we're back at the title screen. I'm gonna read the itch page. It might look kind of weird right now. Okay, so let's see if there's any information. The current version was created over a month and a few extra days for the NaNoWriMo 2017 Game Jam. An updated demo version is tentatively scheduled for summer 2017, and the full game is scheduled for late 2017 or sometime in 2018. Oh, so it's still in development. Well, I have to say, the music is good, the artwork is good, the story is really good so far. The artwork is actually really nice for the characters. I really appreciate that. There's a lot of like extra features I really like that are just kind of here, and that a lot of other visual novel games don't really have that I've seen personally. But I really like that. I like that a lot. And there's a music player. I mean, look at this. This is like so cool. I really appreciate the like kind of love that went into this. Anyway, if you want to play this game, you can check out the link in the description below. You can play the demo fully for yourself. Maybe by the time you're watching this, the entire game has come out. I guess I was reading that the author plans to make this a pay for what you want kind of game. So it'll be free initially, but if you want to pay the developer to support them, then you can do that. But yeah, that's the full version. That's way in the future as of now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all my other videos. Make sure you like this video, share this video, yada yada yada, you know, the drill. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.